Well, Reform UK driving the political agenda in this country now. And Labour yesterday, I think Keir Starmer making quite a big mistake, one that will be looked back on, similar to Rishi Sunak's pledge to stop the boats, and indeed Keir Starmer's own pledge to smash the gangs. And of course, we've seen this quite remarkable change from Keir Starmer just as Reform surged in the polls. What a coincidence. Starmer, of course, previously campaigning against Brexit, in favour of EU open borders, in favour of EU freedom of movement. And yet the government's paper now coming out where the PM now states that Britain became a one-nation experiment in open borders and that the damage this has done to our country is incalculable. Public services and housing access, he says, have been placed under too much pressure. Placed under pressure by the policies and approaches of the Labour and Conservative parties, of course. So remarkable change in language from Keir Starmer. And of course, this is all because of the rise of Reform, who in another YouGov poll now have a 5-point lead over Labour, a 10-point lead over the Conservatives. And it isn't just about immigration, because Reform UK leading a City AM poll. And you can see here, when it comes to the economy now, Reform have a 6-point lead over the Conservatives and a 5-point lead over Labour on the economy. But look, when it comes to immigration, on the very day where Keir Starmer was talking tough, you saw hundreds and hundreds, we think around 600 more people allowed to make the crossing from France to England. So Starmer's smash the gangs pledge has totally failed. When it comes to immigration, Reform by far the most popular party. Now, what's going to backfire for Labour is they've talked a big game about bringing down numbers, just as they did about stopping the boats. And what you're now going to see are some actual details. For instance, in the government's paper on this, you see that only 44% of those on family visas are employed. 86,000 family visas were issued last year, 128,000 extended. And with 850,000 long-term visas awarded last year, the government admitting that their measures could bring the numbers down by just 100,000. And indeed, it seems like what the reality here, when the government talk about bringing down numbers, they're talking about bringing them down to still 250,000 net per year. That seems to be what the Labour approach is here, of net migration still running at 200 to 300,000 net per year. And I would put it to you, that is not what people want. That is not delivering the change that voters want to see. That is still net migration on a level our country had never seen before until recent years. And very interesting as well here, you've got Labour MP talking about, well, maybe we need to bring it down to under 100,000. Well, Labour are going to get absolutely nowhere near doing that. And so what I suspect the impact of today will be really is to show that, just like the Conservatives, all the tough talk in the world doesn't change the reality that Labour, like the Conservatives, are not willing to do what is necessary to bring down levels of net migration to sensible levels. I mean, for goodness sake, David Cameron used to talk about bringing net migration down to the tens of thousands. The reality is this Labour plan will still leave mass migration deep into the hundreds of thousands net each and every year. Please do let me know your thoughts on all of that, though, in the comments below. I will, of course, keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And, of course, as ever, cheers for watching.